snare.
Okay.
You know, Parker Avenue was a lot more than just band practice, let me tell you. But we were 18 years old. We had that dream, and except Tom. You know, Tom was the oldest of us all. He could actually, I don't know. But we all had that dream, and we put together a selection of tunes, and we were fortunate enough to actually record and still have them, thank goodness. And we're going to play a couple of those songs next. So again, these are for Ted. I hope you enjoy them, understand our mental state. Actually, it was. Thanks, Tom. This was actually the first stuff that Ted put together with a band, and Ted really drove this band. You know, we would practice. We had a band house. Okay, real quick. We had a band house on North Forest. We were a typical band with a typical band house. Everybody, we had electricity, and that was it. So during the winter, we all took turns on a mission to go around the neighborhood stealing firewood to keep the fire, to keep the house warm, which made the papers and everything. And we escaped prosecution for that, which I guess we've reached the limit. You know, if there's any cops out there, the statute of limitation for stealing firewood. Guilty as charged. But you know, while the band was rehearsing, and Ted would flick his cigarette like a drumstick and be like, "Let's try this," constantly, you know. And Bruce Picado, God rest Bruce, and Bruce was there every day with us, and Bruce and I would be playing floor hockey in the kitchen because it was cold enough to do that while these guys were note by note putting these songs together. And we got signed by two young guys named Harvey and Korky, which was really great because they gave us an opportunity to open for some fantastic groups, including Genesis at Buff State in 1973. We were the only group, to my understanding, to this day, that ever opened for Genesis in the United States. And that's when Phil Collins and the rest of the band caught eye of Ted. And a little known story is that they followed Ted from that day on until Peter Gabriel left the group, and they needed to bring Phil Collins out front, as we all know, and they were looking for a drummer. Well, that drummer came to a very short list of Chester Thompson and Ted Reinhardt. And Phil Collins had his mindset on our brother Ted. And Ted, being the guy that he is, gave that gig up. A gig that he never regretted giving up. That's the thing. He never regretted giving up because this was his home, his family was here. God loved his parents who gave us everything. We're there every single gig we ever played, every gig that every band Ted was ever in. Mom and Pop Reinhardt were at every single one of those gigs. And all of us young musicians at the time owe so much to those two great individuals for allowing their house to become our house and let us go crazy and practice and do what we did. And they had the faith and belief in us when everybody else just thought we were a bunch of hippie, long-haired, drug-doing, smoking idiots, which we were. But we thought we were artistic, and God damn it, we were artistic. Everybody here today is artistic, and